Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Hackman Gaming. I am Hackman. We are back some more out of ore. Gonna go through and get our wheels spun up so we can get those taken care of. All right. Let's see. First, let's see what we're gonna have wrong for the day. Maybe we'll just get a nothing, just a nice lucky nothing day. Okay. All right. So we can't buy no new vehicles, which I think is perfectly fine. I don't think I had any intentions of that. So, oh well, roller. Yeah, we got to make money anyway. We're sitting at $2,000. All right, let's see here. We have an offset, right? We're getting close. We almost have everything unlocked. Could really go for a shoot. Shoot would be pretty good. Big hopper dual output would be nice, but I'm not as stressed about it because we have enough stuff and we have a little mini plant going right now, so we're good with that. All right. Well, we'll see what we unlock this episode and what happens next episode. All right. Coal is done. So we already know what we're going to have next episode. That's good news. Let's see our power here. All right. We got to input one. So that's not a big deal. If we run out of money to like get more power for some reason, right in this, beginning stage, we can switch out that. What do we have? A 3 or 5 for the one, run a little slower, but won't need as much power. And we got solar 700. All right. And then last item. So again, within the next 3 episodes, we'll have that freaking roll. It's not gonna be this episode. EW200D. Probably a machine I will never buy. All right, well, like I said, it's hard to say it's terrible because it's unlocking stuff and we have what we need to move on. So today we got to make some money because right now I don't know if I could afford fuel for one of my machines. So which one has the most fuel? You have a full tank. Let's get rid of that there. Actually, it doesn't matter. You have a full tank, and that's the one I'd rather use. I did turn on, or I disabled the automatic start. Figured, probably shouldn't have it on to help out in case I leave my vehicles running and stuff like that. Uh, where did I leave my loader? Where is that? Did I have it up here already? Okay, that's the big one. Right? Oh, right here. No, that's the truck. Where is the one I'm digging in right now? Right over here? There it is. Okay, so the loader's already over there. But I think this is going to be easier in that area to dig with. So we'll take this over there either way. And that way, if we have to fuel, we can get them both with fuel as well. All right. So, and yeah, I'm just leaving the plant running because we're under wind, so we don't need to worry about burning extra fuel. I'd like to add a coal screen in there, but we kind of already have one because we're not really pulling too much stuff. Oh, slow trip. Yeah, I remember we did a little bit of digging. Let me check real quick. I don't have anything on me, right? Paint pieces now. We may have stuff in here. I'm gonna double check this real quick. So if we do, we can get this started. It's only been a couple days and I don't remember what I left off doing. I brought a load of stuff up here. And I'm guessing I already took it up there. Makes sense if I did. If not, then my plan ain't working and it's all lost. No, I think I took it up. I'm pretty sure I took it up there. Try to do that at the end of the episode. For the start of the episode, we just get to work. All right, so we're getting this up here. We'll come down there. We'll get the rock truck. And we're going to run some product through the plant. Start getting some stuff to make. Some money. Like I said, I'm probably going to end up selling some of the iron. I mean, ultimately, I don't know if I need to really ever have fuel, to be honest with you. Like, sure, the generators, I think, can do a lot more power, especially for the price. But as you know, in this game, money is really not hard to come by once you get going. Huh. Yeah, so really, like, to me, the fuel generators don't really have purpose. Unless you just, like I said, unless you just can't afford, like, starting out like this, if you just can't afford the solar. But, I mean, sell some coal real quick, sell dirt. I mean, you'll get there really quick. We're definitely gonna lessen this hill up a little bit here, hopefully. Might have a little canyon to drive through, and that'll be okay. But also, talk about the controls setup in this game, right? Like, it's some of the best customization. Like, each individual vehicle, type has their own bindings, which is really awesome. But the only other thing I wish it would do is let you put, like, different gearboxes per type. Like the sequential in the rock truck, I think is going to help a lot of my hill climbing. Especially when I can drop it like down into third. But I don't really want to mess with it with this equipment. So, all right. Let's see here. First and foremost, let's give this a good scoop here. And I hopped on last night with Aaron Mason and some of his buddies there, and I did some run into the rock truck with him, and I think I figured out why the zoom feels so funny to me. Like, I keep saying, like, man, I feel like they changed, like, it's really far back. It's not that it's really far back. It's just smaller equipment, because I was driving, like, 400 there, and I didn't feel like I could zoom out enough. I'm like, that's why. Because the equipment's so much smaller, but the zoom level's, you know, technically the same. So that is why it is. I don't think the zoom's probably any different. It's just the equipment I was driving before I came to this map. So yeah, we gotta make some money so we can get the roller here in the next couple episodes. We need to get our plant up. We gotta wait for the big hopper with the dual outputs and whatnot, which is fine. We need to shoot. Yeah, see, like, let's watch this. Let's see. If I had a better way of shifting all the vehicles, I wouldn't care. Like, I was going 5 and 4 slows me down a little bit. And this truck might not do as much as the 400. Oh, yeah, it's only got 3 gears anyway on this one, so it might not matter until I get the bigger equipment. So it's yeah, I know. I'm not watching the road. All right, let's do that. I'm gonna put it back. Yeah, just simple. I don't really know. Don't care. I'm already leaving like all my vehicles running. All right, let's back you up out of the way. Not sure how I want to do this because the way I've kind of dug this pit out so far with my hand, you know, giving myself that big giant moat. I think just gonna there should be good. We'll try it. If not, I'll try to pull you over here. Come on, baby. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll give it a shot, see what happens. All right, and I wanna. This will be some hard digging, I think, too. Being this iron, I feel like it does affect it. Let's zoom in. Bucket switched. Could just barely reach it. So, I guess I can reach it. We'll call that good. Like I said, I'm not in the best situation here with how everything is set up, but we will make the best of it. And when we go over to the other little iron node I found, we'll probably obviously start on the end and work backwards kind of thing. I'm just like teetering right here on this edge. Definitely am wanting to get this dark color, I think. Right? That should be like more the lithium and gold and whatnot. You know, now that I've moved over, I could... Oh, no. Alright, I think we'll be fine. I'd like to get this weight over to the other side, but I'm not gonna do. Keep the weight back there. Alright, not bad, we saved it. Keep bouncing around a little bit. One, due to my terrible driving skills, and two, I think because this is pretty tough material to dig through. I believe that this affects stuff, but I could be wrong. I know like rock does and stuff like that, but I thought iron was still, could give you a little bit of trouble. Worst case, I could go get some wood floors and build a little platform, so to speak, to be able to run on. Might be helpful. Might need to do that. But yeah, no, last night I had a good time. Like I said, I went to Aaron Mason's stream and it was ripping off the top of a mountain. So I just did a bunch of loads with the rock truck, hauling some stuff. He's kind of got a cool little setup too. He streams and does his videos and whatnot, but he rotates the map every couple days. So he has like 2 or 3 maps that they play on. So it's always kind of fresh. Just open up the new save not the new save. They load the save they were on and then do that and switch it up. So I thought that was kind of a cool little concept. All right, that truck is full. Let's turn you off. Don't need to be burning fuel. You know, I could take a little more there, but I'm not going. And now that we got the loader too, we could actually kind of start carving out this road a little bit. It won't be as easy. Rolling down fast. And I just can't wait to get rid of those. You know, because bucket's tiny, it fills up quick. But I do need a lot of dirt down here, so not necessarily a bad thing. If it wasn't for having $2,000, I'd probably still be working on trying to get this little trip here better. But, you know, I could have checked the smelter. I didn't look in there. I was thinking the smelter was up in that little building. That'll be something else we're going to have to get here soon, too, is another smelter. Because the more we smelt, the more money the quicker we make money. Yes, my tooth is still sensitive to cold or heat or breathing. It's not as bad, but it's enough. And tooth pain is the worst pain in the world. I'd rather be burned at a stake, I think, than have like super bad tooth pain. And this isn't super, super bad, but let's see. There, maybe. Trying to decide how I want to dig this out. Like I said, I've kind of screwed myself up. Make it best way possible. What I think I'm gonna do. I still have some dirt on me. I should, right? Let's fill this in a little bit so I can come over here. Just so I can maybe reach a little bit more of this. But yeah, once we get a little bit of money, get the roller, get some stuff like that, we're going to start working on the next tier. So that way we can get a little bit bigger equipment, which in turn makes more money. Like I said, the dozer will be really nice for getting our roads graded and better. There we go. All right. Trying not to hit as much dirt as possible, but you know, I'm kind of surprised I can reach up this high. I guess it does go kind of high, doesn't it? But I feel like the truck's 1,000 feet up compared to me. Right. Yeah, it definitely feels like it's a harder time digging through some of that material, even though it's not stone. I just don't think it is. Pretty sure that's what I was mining was that lithium and stuff. I will say that first dig lag kind of has. I feel like it's been a little newer lately. Like when you first go through, especially the green, like the grass layer. But I feel like even like down here, like this first And I've seen it on other people's streams and videos as well, and them talking about it. Did it twice. I'm playing a little farming sim lately too, and you know, you can hit the like button like anywhere from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I was like, oh, I'm gonna turn it on so I can turn on the front and back lights. Which wouldn't be bad here either if you could do the same kind of thing. Just help on performance, right? Like I don't need backlights on this. Not that I'm really having any performance issues, but some people might. Yeah, we just got the conveyors and they're still working on, you know, fixing little things here and there. But I already want to know what's coming next. What's next? Nice thing is, I feel like usually before they announce anything that's next, they've already got a good, like, lead on, you know, a good lead start or head start on what they're doing. But I feel like if they announce it and you don't have to wait forever, like 6 months or something, you know, usually it's fairly quick. Let's see here. Let's see if I can. Come over here. It'd probably help if I smooth that down a little bit. I don't know if that's gonna do anything more for me or not, but I'll be able to hit right there in front of me, so. What do we got? All right, we need an oil. Battery's good, good enough. Hope I have some stuff to sell. And I forgot, I did buy some paint. I forgot to put them in. All right. Well, since we're going, have to go to the store, assuming we have something to sell. Might as well check all these, make sure we're good. 50, 90, 40, 90, 40, 90, 70. Okay, so. Fill this on for now. I don't know if that's the color I'll end up keeping. And let's check you out. All right, you're pretty good. Wrong button. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of the red or not. I like red. I don't know. It's not like hot rod red is what I'm wanting. But for now, I'm not even hitting the gas. I'm just letting it roll down the hill. So we have, I don't think it's worth a trip with this into town. I think we have enough gas for now. I think if we have something, oh, looks like we're selling some iron. Yeah, we're loading up, so that's good. Yeah, I think we'll take our pickup truck and we'll be able to move a lot faster, obviously. Start that. If I can get out of here without doing a little bit of work. Oh yeah, we're good. Yeah, it's nice when we get something, you know, for our spin, like heavy equipment stores closed for the day when we don't need it. I'm also thinking about a ambitious project. It'll be down the road quite a bit. But growing up, you know, in GM state, whatever, you know, we live by some plants and stuff. They used to have giant tubes and they were definitely conveyors of some sort from one factory to another. And you know, like we're talking, you know, mile long ish or more, maybe even. I was actually considering maybe trying to build a big conveyor line from my plant up to the soon to be asphalt plant and, you know, the metalworking plant, something like that. If I end up doing that kind of stuff, I'm not really 100% sure on what extent I'm going to go to that, because ultimately I want to be digging and doing stuff as well. All right, first and foremost, we can get rid of that bad paint. We'll get rid of that and that. Definitely not getting rid of any of those. Get rid of that. Can't sell the coal here if we wanted anyway. And get rid of that. That's about it. Purchase. Filter. Anything else we can think about that we might want from here? I know I need more power cables and stuff, but for now, we're up and running. I guess. I don't remember how much they are. How much is a... Oh, we don't want one of those. And I don't really want one of those right now, not for that price. All right. Sell that too. I mean, this is the part we need. I don't want to go overboard yet and buy too many extra parts. Just because we don't really have a ton of money. Fill you up. Yeah, I don't know. The lighting's really weird. Obviously, it's the way they develop it. It doesn't go very far. It's almost like Roblox lighting, you know? Do I play Roblox? I have played some Roblox. Pretty much, for the most part, one game that was Twisted. Tornado storm chasing game was actually really cool, but that was the problem, is that engine, the lights can only go so far, so it kind of made it hard in times. But it's actually a really well done, like, tornado storm chasing game, and put a lot of hours into it. It was a lot of fun. I haven't played it in a while. What exactly is happening over here? It was fine. It was just sitting there. Oh, man. All right. Well, we now have a new project. We have to get this guy dug out. Let's see. How do I want to go about this? I think we're just going to dig. Just dig. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to say that's like a free reset because I didn't do it, but like, I felt like it was sitting fine when we left. Like, I didn't notice anything. Like, oh man, it sure is bouncing around. It was just sitting there. But we're just going to take it as it is. We're going to dig her out, hopefully. All right, this needs to smooth out a little bit because it's just making life really hard. You know, I really hate the rollers because how small they are, but goddamn do I miss it. We're gonna move that out to here because I might just dump some stuff in that hole too. I know there's some iron in there. I'm not even stressing about it. We'll find a lot more. We already have a nice big spot plus a ton here. Oh, brother. Always something, huh? Always something. And over here, so when I turn, when I back up, make this as smooth as possible. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Not really sure. All right, we are definitely rocking nighttime coming on soon, which is good. I want to see how long it lasts to kind of test the settings because the new settings took over and I don't know. If it's too long or too short. Whoa. What time is it right now? Unless I'm missing it, I wish I could see it on just the overlay. Like, why can't I have a little clock up there? And I said, maybe I'm missing it. I don't know. But hopefully I can dig this out enough. We can get her going and work perfectly. Oh, yeah, see. Am I hitting something? Something wouldn't let me go any further. It wasn't really full on the bucket, so I don't know. And that's life, right? You can plan all you want, but you never know what you're going to end up really having to do. Planned on running all this and clearing out this little hole, making a ton of money, and here I am digging out an excavator from a hole that wasn't in there when I left. But on a bright note, at least I'll have a little place to maybe back my truck in and park down there and be able to drop stuff in there easier. So ultimately, I probably would have ended up doing this anyway. Reach down all the way. He is. Basically, I'm building a ramp. May have to dig around that left side a little bit too. Looks like it might be a little... No, I should be filling in closest to me first so I can drive over it to get to the rest, but... Never claimed to be smart or good at it. Nice thing, it's not really a ramp just because it's, you know, downhill behind me. So it's more like just a straight path cut through. By the time I'm done, it'll be almost a straight path. I'll probably cut it off up here a little bit more too. And I know, in case you're yelling at me in the comments, there is, or yelling at me in the video, either one, there is iron and probably some lithium, a little bit of stuff in there, but not working. Trying to cut into it, but it just wouldn't take and push that hard over. Kind of skimmed it just fine. I guess it worked a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever really come up with what my plan is if I have to rescue a vehicle, like where I just can't get it and I have to, you know, pick it up and put it down. I don't know. But I should probably come up with that sooner than later. I don't, you know, I technically might need it here. Come on. Take your teeth and cut in over there. Thank you. Definitely gonna be a rough save, and it could end up being worse by the end of it. But we're gonna try, right? Give it everything we got. Try our best. Kind of want to get underneath the track a little bit there, even if I have to go out and dig a little by hand underneath the, you know, X-ton machine. I wonder if I can pick up the back end where the weight is with this. I probably can't, right? I can pick it up and drive back a little bit. Could dig out that top spot too, so the arm could go downward instead of raising it kind of back, up technically. But I do have that little trench there too, so that might not. All right, well, let's try this. Let's try, not this. I'm trying to get a view here where I can see a little better. I know I'm asking for trouble. Oh, okay. So no, that is not an option. I think kind of what I was doing here still might be the best option. Just try to dig out underneath it a little bit. Definitely getting dark. Where we at? 1743. But I feel like that's what it was last time I checked. Slow down, slow your roll. We're doing all right. Just gonna come over here and try not to make you worse while I try to do a little digging underneath. So I kind of like, here's where I'm seeing, like if I drive forward, I might be able to, but the bucket's going to keep me from doing it. But if I raise the bucket up all the way, I might flip back on my, like, top. Let's see here. Let's hop down there and take a little assessment of what we got going on. Well, I guess first and foremost, we have to put that in there. Can't tell which way is which here. think it's going good. Oh. Pull you in. You gotta turn. You got her. Pretty sure you're just dirt. Dump you over there. And let's do a little bit of groundwork up here. Try to help stabilize a little bit. I mean, it's a dangerous little pad I'm on. That's one reason why I dug it out, because I realistically shouldn't have been on it the way it was. All right. Now I should. Still going to be a little rough, but I can dig out and back up, I guess. All right. Got to get my truck. So if I come back and it's in the pit again from here, I'm picking it up and I'm getting a free reset because I'm called BS. I think you're fine there for now. And let's get out. Go get our equipment. What kind of fun. All right. And I'm gonna see if I can do a little bit of smoothing through here, just to try to help this little area. I'm driving over it a lot now. I'm gonna be for a little bit, so let's try to get ourselves the best experience possible. Again, I don't understand why the ground is got to be so bumpy. Why can't we just have like smooth ground with hills? Walked around a lot of woods, a lot of forest, and a lot of different states, and technically a few countries. I've never seen it like that. I've never walked and had the jagged edges everywhere. And I'm talking about, not obviously like mountains. Obviously, those are jagged and all over the place. Kind of trying to look too. Every time I drive this, I look and trying to decide if maybe this road would be better a different direction. If I take it off that way, you know, it looks like I'm pointing at my screen so you can see it. But it almost looks like it could go around there and possibly still come up and... Why are you not shifting out of first? Simple automatic, what I not want there? Do I want automatic? No, I think that is what I want is sequential. And fortunately, like I said, I don't have it bound to like any buttons on my joystick because most equipment, at least, like the excavator's all taken up from easy shifting buttons. Couldn't have auto-saved while I was on my way. We got a pretty glacial storm going on here, don't we? All right. Let's get on with our current project here. Still be no. We got it all right, I think. If I can dig this out, then I might be able to get the truck back there a little bit further. I could probably bring it over the side too. Over this way a little bit more, that would help because I'm definitely reaching over here to get this. I was actually up. I was like, you know what I don't use a lot. Usually just like to buy new and not stick with it. But so it's like, I'm gonna look in marketplace. Maybe there's some good steering wheels out there, some cheap ones that people upgraded or they don't want it anymore. But unfortunately, for some reason, it keeps telling my Facebook that I'm in Honolulu, Hawaii. So all I'm getting is marketplace items from there. So I gotta think with that and figure out where the heck it's getting Hawaii from. On one hand, I kind of wish, and on the other hand, I don't. That shit's expensive in that state, far as I've ever heard. Let's see here. This is dangerous, I know. But I really need to get over a little bit further. I'm just playing with fire at this point. I'm just playing with fire at this point. Let's see here. Dig through it. You got it, bro. I gotta be careful dipping too far into that bucket. I'll end up putting it all on the ground. Okay, we're not driving too far away. We're just gonna pull up a little bit, and I want to see. It's not as. Looked like a way bigger drop off. Move over here. And right there. I think that should be good. Like I said, the little dig out wasn't terrible. Like, it provided a useful little area for us to throw the rock truck in, and once we get this top layer, come on, it was stuck to the side of the truck. Once we get this rock layer up here, this little shelf done, if we need to go down there to reach the rest of it, we'll be able to. If I would have kept going, I would have definitely went off. Just need to reach this little front corner. Alright. Let's get back. Oh, did I really just turn around? I sure did. I thought I was already, thought I was facing the right way on the track that I wanted to be. I'm not turning around. I want forward to be forward in my mind. Grab another shovel full here. Yeah, that stuff is definitely a little hard to dig through. All right, set the parking brake. Let's turn it off. Not bouncing. Look like you should be pretty solid. And this isn't really too far from our plant, so it's not too bad. The other one is a little bit further, but not that much. I think you can see it pretty easy from where we're at. It doesn't feel like much, but having 14,000, almost 15, feels so much better than sitting there looking up and seeing 2,000. At least, because before it was like 2,000 and some change. I'm like, I don't know if I can afford to bring a fuel tank in. Yeah, see, I don't want one. So I'm going to go up this hill at 4 miles, 4 miles an hour. Oops. I go to here, save. almost double because I'm forcing it into third. I mean, that's a big deal, right? That's, man, no, 9-10 miles an hour ain't breaking no freaking speed records, but it's double the speed I'm going without it. I think this same button on my joystick on the excavator is bound to something already. I'll look. And it's a pain in the butt. I'm all for manual shifting, stuff like that. I'm totally fine with it. If you have the right tools to do it in a way that makes sense. I'm gonna try to get that back a little bit. I don't want to go too much. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. This don't have it here. I don't have to worry about it on this. I think the loader might be good. We'll just leave it for now and try to get used to it. You might see some crazy stuff. I'm gonna roll off of areas I shouldn't. I'm gonna take forever to reverse. You know, I think the little trick is to just hit the space bar, set your parking brake, and then unset it, because it takes you from like D4 all the way to park, or reverse, you know, 4 all the way to park, so it'll get you there a lot quicker. Okay, I probably should stop digging out right there. I need to make sure I can drive forward. Another thing I'm wondering, maybe you guys know. I know 22, and I tried to get into. I didn't watch enough videos to figure out how to freaking play it. But Farming Sim 22 has a like mining mod, right? I believe you can actually dig in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Does 25 have that yet? Is it even worth my time to just to play around in, even if just for solo, just to play with it a little bit? I did install old mining simulator again and was playing a little bit, and I don't know, I have a hard time going to that game after this one. Not that it's bad, I don't know, this is more of my style. Probably why I'm a little excited for Old Mining Simulator 2, in the hope that they don't screw it up. Is that map, all the maps or the claims in there were procedurally generated, right? Am I mistaken in that? Like, you know, the diggable areas. I know obviously the whole map isn't, but weren't the diggable areas like procedurally on every save? Logically, I think that makes sense regardless, because who'd want to play seasons if it was the same every time? Like, oh, look, I'm just gonna go to this corner, I'm gonna dig down here, I'm gonna go to this corner, dig here, I'm gonna go to this spot, dig here, and I win. Well, nonetheless, we are mining finally. Like, actually, equipment, mining. We may not be on our planned hit. But I don't care. I feel like that can take more, but I don't know because I've just stayed on the beta. I feel like loading of the trucks have become a little different. I noticed it last night on playing with Aaron Mason as well. I mean, I guess that did it there pretty decent. Like, and maybe it was just the server, you know, just being a multiplayer thing. But you'd go to, I'd be in the truck and they'd take it, it'd go all the way to overloaded, and then it would back away. Oh, idiot. Man, they should put that on my screen and let me know that terraforming's locked. Alright, let's turn you off. Let's set the parking brake. And I don't think I set the parking brake last time either. So when that fell in there, so it could have shimmied its way around. But see that right there, like that whole thing that just happened is a great life lesson for anybody that hasn't had to live it yet. Like, I had a plan, right? My plan was to go over there and mine that hole. Mine all the iron, the lithium and stuff I could get. But my plan went to shit. So I had to readjust what I was doing, change the road I was on, the plan that I had. And now I have a better road, because now I have, not only did I save it and, you know, make that all right and get my equipment back, didn't cost me nothing, and I ended up making a ramp down there for this to go and to load this up a little bit easier and do work down there. Talked about it, I think it was last season even. Just because you're on a road and a plan and it goes haywire or it changes 180 degrees what you planned, don't mean it's a bad thing. Just a different road that may lead to the same road down the road, or may lead to a different one that ultimately could be better. You may never know. Just stick it out. It's too short to have to worry about everything not going 100% right. Oh god, I forgot to close off that side of my mouth with my tongue when I took that drink. Oh yeah, it feels good. Love the pain. Yeah, I told my daughter that same kind of thing. I didn't really have a mining reference with it, but they're the same thing. When she was having some hard times and some troubles, I'm like, kind of went down my life road and different roads I've been on personally, and said, look where it is now. It wouldn't be where it is now if it wasn't for them. Little detours. Is it better? Technically, it's impossible to know. Do I feel like it's better? Oh, 100 times. 100 times over and over. If I had the option to go back to that road and change what I do, I would do the same thing. See if I can, not drive it off. I'll see if I can smooth out enough of this to... Alright. Yeah, it's like, you'll see the delay, like, when I park. You've probably seen it at the wash plant part, that I was waiting to reverse. And I realized I have to shift. The only thing I could do in here is make a little more room, but I think we're... Alright, I want to let go of that. good enough. I think that's good enough. And if you noticed, I'm backwards on how I normally run this, so I'm still trying to get the hang of it. Like I'm pushing my joystick to the right to bring that out to the left. So I'm still trying to adjust and get used to it. I could probably turn it, the camera, and see enough to do it, but I'm gonna practice with it. I want to practice, get the hang of it. I do fairly good. It's honestly when I'm like slowing down, like to empty the bucket, and I'm thinking about it. Like when I'm over here working, it's not terrible. I'm gonna have to watch a little bit close here on my right side. I think I'll still be able to reach here. Jeez. Need to, as much as I don't want to, mess up a little bit in here so I can get that truck back further next time around if I need to. Actually, I might need to get it back there now because we ain't reaching too good. Let's see. Can I don't think I can reach enough to square that off. No. Here I can. Let's just back up now so we get what's in the front. I think that might work through there. We're definitely at max depth here. Parking brake. See if I can. Where are we at time-wise? 18:30. Okay. All right. I think it feels pretty decent. We'll see if that does. I don't really like being on that angle that I'm on. Yeah, it'll work. I think we'll be able to finish off this part over here. It's on the top. Definitely need to do here now so I can. Truck's about full. I need to make a little bit of room to back it up, maybe a hair further next time. I've been having fun with this little guy, but I'm ready for some bigger stuff. And I don't know if we're even close. Trying to do this in the smartest way possible. I gotta take that off, and I gotta take this little lip, which I think is just a lip, so this truck can go back further next time here. I don't know if I need it back further though anyway. And I'm kinda, I gotta drive a hair. I think that's fine. How's she looking? Is she looking pretty full? Yeah, pretty much. Let's put this on here and probably get that nice, beautiful shape you like to see on the back of the truck. Pre-scoop another bucket here. Come on. Tilt up. Think. Whoa, 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 whoa. What exactly am I... Oh, there's a giant hole there. All right. Let's see if we can't... What sucks is like, oh, now it's finally going. I say I can't bring the bucket in. All right, let's... All right, which way is forward? Yeah, that way is forward. I'd really like to turn around and get that weight on the front. Turn here. Can I push myself up a little bit? Keep the weight there. All right. A little problem, but guess what? We pulled out of it. I'd like to think that except my tracks are backwards now, so I gotta remember that. Forward is actually reverse. Reverse is actually forward. So I think I'm gonna turn like this to try to help remember that. We gotta unload the truck. Parking brake set, it's off. That should hold there. That should be fine. If it falls in, BS. It was a close call. I didn't realize that front track was that close to, you know, my moat. I will say though, like the nice thing about the manual is, or sequential even, is you can control the speed downhill a lot better. Yeah, so if you hit the parking brake, it takes it right to parking. Then you can switch where you want. It's a little bit better. So it's in R3, and then I'm right back to work. So. Wouldn't hurt to get a light up here, maybe at least two, especially since we're going to be playing the game in the dark a little bit. Let's turn this guy up. See how we're doing. Well, not a lot of aluminum and gold, but we know just that little strip around it. I did get a lot, and you know, if I dig there first and then I come through the iron, you know, it deletes a little bit of stuff. I wonder if it's deleting the first stuff it got in the bucket and making room for the second. But we got a ton of iron, so I think this was definitely the way to go to get some money going, to attack that, because that's gonna be a big boy. All right, let's cancel all that. Let's throw in our lithium, aluminum, gold, and we'll top off with iron. Throw that in there. Coal can go in there. We still got room for some more, so definitely think I want to take the coal screen and add that into the loop at some point. Like I said, right now it's not a big deal because we have the trommel, right? And trommel, taking the dirt and pay dirt. Also, the coal's gonna end up with that stuff in there, so I still would like the thing. And we're gonna have to add a wash plant at some point. We're not hitting any pay dirt rate at the moment, so not that big of a deal, to be honest with you. It's just to end up here for now. But this ain't our final build of our plant, clearly. I'm sure we'll go through multiple iterations of it as we go, even if we have everything unlocked, just as I think of something new or something cool or something different I want to try. Like I said, I don't care about this little tiny plant and least amount of power and do everything that it needs to at the right time and perfectly and fastest. I like cool looking shit, man. I want cool little things. So yeah. All right. Well, we got some money being made here. I think. Oh, it's pretty looking. I think we will call it here. It was a good episode of digging and saving our excavator, which was nice. That was actually kind of cool. Worked out well for us. Next episode, we're probably just gonna keep doing some digging. We're gonna just, as long as we can, we're gonna keep pounding out that iron up there, getting that done so we get a bunch of money coming in, and also soon to be the roller we want to be able to buy so we can get that project done and get ready to move into the next tier. So we'll have some projects there we'll be working on in the near future, but I think we're just gonna try to make as much money as we can to get there, and then we get some bigger stuff, and we'll be down there. Probably once we get a dozer, we'll probably spend some time down there, clearing. But yeah, if you made it all the way through, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike. That's fine too. Leave a comment below. Let me know any thoughts or any ideas or tips, tricks, thoughts of, again, more stuff for the daily wheel that we spin, that, you know, our daily debuff wheel, or any other ideas. Let me know. And I guess also hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. You get notified when I post a video, and it helps out. So Discord's in the description. Join in there if you want. Trying to get stuff going there with the community. It'd be great. The more we have, the better chance we are of getting stuff going. And yeah, have a wonderful night, evening, morning, and I hope to see you next video. Bye.